I'm gonna say that now. I think things are gonna be weird for a bit, you know, and I'm gonna try to fix it and be good with it. God damn. I like him. And hi, Stoney again. Still, all that. Techie, hi, welcome in. What did I say? That, yeah, I'm trying something new. Kinda. Wait a minute. Ah, fuck's sake. We start great. We start great. Mix, hi. You on time. Not the new look, not really, kinda. It's yeah. All that. Let me just have a sip. Have a good boarding, Cat. Thanks a lot for stopping by. You now get access to something called the stream streak, which is pretty good. I think everything is broken. I forgot to update the stream. I forgot everything. That's about it. I'm testing something new that I'm going to show you in a second, that you will see in a second. Yeah. Oh, golly. Yeah, that's going to piss me off. I'm gonna say that now. Yeah, the inverse of watch streak, which is on my side. I get a stream streak. That happens. I'm trying to spam the Discord because I forgot to plan that out before I pressed the button, which is not in my habit. And I also forgot to do the Twitter message thingy thing. Clean up all that. It's gonna take me a second. Just sad. I haven't missed my schedule yet. I will. I mean, I kind of have. I pressed the button at 29:30 instead of 29:19.
Mix to me just resubscribed for 3 months.
Thanks a lot for the resub. I feel like the audio glitched. At least on my side it did. So I don't know if that was good. Gothic, hi, welcome in. So, 5 more servers and we're good. It's bad. Oh, I hate this thing already. Ugh. Really? That? Yeah, that's what I forgot. I just realized that. Oh, you shouldn't have access to that music. That music is absolutely different. It shouldn't be played on stream. That is gonna cost me my channel. Good. I did drink already. I was blurred. I mean, I'm still blurred, but I did drink. I'm 1 server out, or 1 action out, and then we shall be good. Almost. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is me like this? I don't know. Cool. Holy shit. So last time I said we are testing the old earbuds thingy and they died on me, so I decided to by these bitches, as you can see with the zoom, and they just squeeze out of my ears so fast. Like this one is about to fall out. When I'm just listening to things, it's good. When I'm speaking, because my fucking ears are moving out, they are about to fall. So that pisses me off. I hate it. And yeah, that's that. Yeah, that. I did change the tips. I did change the tips, though the tips are kind of bad. And these ones are probably too big. And the other one that I have are bigger or way too small. They don't have like an in-between things. Small detail, I would say, is the fact that these things were $12. So with that in mind, that could give you a bit of an idea of why it is shit. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do think that other areas are much better, but also doing the change of tips is almost impossible with these. Like for some reason, the way that they have built the thing is not normal. So I can't just press the thing in. It pisses me off. The other option that I have is to use, God damn it, these things that are on the floor since I bought them because, you know, that has the cable on the side and that cable on the side is okay. Razor, hi, what on it? There is no today, there's still no today thing. We'll probably never have it. So I don't know. So this is the sad testing things of the day. I can't. Yeah, it's Mix, you can download the SF symbols on Windows, though I doubt that it does the same thing or that it behaves the same. I spent 20 minutes yesterday trying to change the tips, and these ones are already broken. Kinda. Almost. It's really bad. But, you know, for $12, I'm fine with that. No, you can't open like a DMG on the tip of the headphones things that I have in my hand that you can't see because they are black on black. That doesn't work. Like, you know, on regular headphones, you can just press them in. It just doesn't go through. Though the sound is better than these. Because they have less less white noise in the background. I'm gonna change it anyways, because that's gonna be better. Maybe, potentially, I don't know. It has less tips, yes. See, these ones is, these ones, sorry, these ones were like 26, and these ones were like 12. So overall, it just means no cake tomorrow. Not much. Not much. Expensive. Really. I hate these. I hate the cable of these. That's kind of the main issue that I have with them, and the reason why I didn't use them really. Because it's just weird to me. I don't know. Shit, I think I fucked it up. Yeah, I hate cable in general. That's why I'm usually on the others. Do you have like a left and right thing on these that is written? I don't think you do. Or if you do, it's hidden. I hate that with the over here, over the ear thingy. Just weird. Just weird. I am absolutely missing on chat. Gonna say that now. Because I'm not paying attention to it at all. You. Change that. It's so sad. Well, 12 bucks for nothing. Fine. On the pile of thing that I don't use, but I just keep. Perfect. Anyways, yeah, so that happens. The stream that we had last time, which was on Monday, kind of broke the entire thing and was, or had the thing that I wanted to avoid as much as possible, which is, if you look at some of the VODs, I don't know if I can pinpoint that on, maybe, you know what? I'm gonna try it out and see if we can see that on the VOD. In the live stream thing specifically, I think on this one we can see that, which was, so last time we did have, don't do that now. In some places, specifically if I'm here, you may be able to see that the grays are flickering. So if I'm like zooming in really closely, some of the pixels are really doing weird shit, and that might go through on stream. I don't know, but at least that's the main issue that I have with capturing the Mac on the PC, and so that's why I just reverted into streaming entirely on the Mac, because that is much better. Though we have lost the PC and we have lost Snapcam again, which is so sad to me. Anyways, see, that's the reason why I hate these things, because now I need to take them off to go do my pull-ups. Makes no sense. And they are stuck on my glasses. And I didn't change scene. What a dumbass that I am today. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you said no, Joe. That's so sad. That's so sad. Shit. So yeah, had to revert, had to go back to Mac only. Losing Snapcam is kind of sad to me. I wish I could still have it, but I don't. And yeah, other than that, we're good. And it's not an encoding issue. The key, it is a capture card issue. Basically, the capture card that, or it's not the capture card, it's the Mac issue. But the capture card is kind of taking in only what the Mac can send, and the Mac can only send a 30 FPS, 50 FPX max, which is like out
Patapoir is now following.
by a nothing. So yeah, Patapoir, hi, welcome on in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? All that. The the name sounds French. I don't know why, but the name sounds French. So yes, the main issue is that the Mac is basically like a half frame compared to the Elgato capture card, and that is kind of sad. And huh, what company? So yeah, that's it's just it's better to just for me to just stream directly on the Mac. So I had to do the entire thing again, and as Tony just did willingly, we now have. I'm gonna revert after that, but we now have a really good light mode and dark mode. At least for me, I think it's pretty good. The colors are much better in light mode, but that's a personal taste. And we also have a good transition. We have a better camera. When we are here, there is something that I like about it. The fact that it's like uh, rounded. I don't know. There is something good about it. Eh, I don't know. And how am I? I'm pretty good. See, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that much prettier? Like to me, it is. It is much prettier. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but you know. I see. I see. I see. Well, Jerome is usually here. I thought he said that he would be in France this week or next week, soon-ish. So yeah, that's the thing. But welcome in from France. I mean, I don't know if you are from France. France. That was very weird France pronunciation that I had. Um, but yeah, light mode is not pure shit. I disagree with that. I disagree. And Techie, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. One of the things that is weird with wired headphones is that if I put the volume of the Mac at 0%, but the mixing isn't at 100% to the voice, I can still hear things. So basically I can have my computer level exactly at 0% and still hear everything that happens, which makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. Makes no sense. And you're near Paris. Well, I am in Paris, so that's close by. Going back to the questions from me to you, because we are testing things out. Can you hear this? Or nah? Shit. Why? I know why. I'm a dumbass. Again, I'm not gonna be kind to myself. That's not gonna happen. Um, I think I forgot that. Where is this? This here, there, that, and now.
Ma!
You should hear that, didn't you? Yep. No, that's yep. To explain,
Mom!
right? Uh, it basically I forgot to add the the source for the audio. We have the sound alerts here, and I forgot to put it in my audio track things today. Yeah. God damn. Anyways, it works now. So we're good with it. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Um, I was about to think what's on the menu for today. We have some Japanese news. We have some Japanese differences, things to talk about. There is or has been an article that I shared on the Discord that is pretty interesting. Um, maybe debatable. You decide. But we may take a look at that, and then there has been some again new releases, design things from Twitter that are again going into the direction that I was talking about. So let's go in order. Japanese things. I had my class today, which is pretty good. We made some progress. It's fine. I'm still struggling, which is good. But I again making progress, which is what I want. And the important thing, I think, um, I have planned for next week, next Saturday, not this Saturday, next week, Saturday, the 14th, to enroll-ish. It's the first tryouts session thingy in an intensive course that is, I talked about it last time or some time ago. It's an intensive one that basically is 3 hours of lessons through a level that is 3 levels ahead of me when it comes to textbooks. So that's interesting. It's the test. It's the first of the year, so I don't know what to expect. The thing that I'm not liking about it is in order to enroll and be good with it, it's beneficial for me to enroll for 1 year, like one full year, or 6 months, or 3 months. Taking 3 months is obviously more expensive than if you take 6, and then taking 1 year is less expensive than if you take 6. All that. So that's the plan for next Saturday. Next Saturday, we'll see if that works. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, I'm fine. But I've been struggling to read these since yesterday, and this is Figma blog article thingy. I don't know how to explain it, and it's a design system related article, which is basically the basics of design system, what they are, what they do, how do they serve, and all of that. And there is a ton of words in here that I do not understand and do not know. So that is fun. But yeah, I'm trying to read that and have the knowledge that I personally need as a designer to find a job in Japan and be able to communicate with designers with the knowledge that I already have through like Japanese. So we'll see how that works, but that's a pretty intensive thing. And the main issue that I have with these articles right now, I'm not even there, but like if I zoom in on this section, every time that you see these characters, these are katakana characters, which I talked about last time. Katakana characters are for borrowed words. So anything that is coming from another language is going to be written in that katakana character thing. And every time when we talk about design, every time that you see one of these words, it is basically an English word, 90% of the time. So all of that is just extremely complicated for me to just read a paragraph in its entirety, because I'm doing Japanese English, Japanese English, English Japanese. It's just so weird. My brain is just not really liking that interaction. So that's fun. That's fun. I can read the title. The title is pretty simple. That is design, or design. And then this second thing is système. So design system. Yeah. And Teki, to answer your question, yes, I am planning to go back to Japan, at least on vacation. But the best would be to just go back and stay there, and move there and stay there as long as I can. Um, how did you break the optic cable though, Stoney? Because that's pretty interesting. And which one did you break? Did you broke, past, broke the one that is connected to the router, or did you break the one that is connecting to the house? Because that's a different thing. Kanji are not that terrifying. They are annoying because they look the same. Some of the thing that I shared last week, and I made a TikTok about it because that is annoying. But some of the things in that screenshot, yeah, I get it. But this one and this one are not the same character. This one and this one are not the same character. This one and this one are not the same character. And so, yeah. And this is just the basics, like some of the N5, which is the lowest level of kanji characters situations. So yeah, that's this page specifically is based on radicals. So radicals are the components of kanjis. This one is a kanji on its own, and this one isn't. This is the kanji ko or kuchi, which is for mouse, and this one is not a kanji at all. It's just the enclosure radical that will be used on other kanjis. When you need to enclose something or define a territory or define borders, you will have enclosure around something. So that's the thing. And then here you have the difference between these two being like the line that is at the top. This one is tiny, this one is longer. And uchi or tsuchi is tsuchi, I think this is scholar, or this one is scholar and this one is something else. Anyways, changes are they are different. And the fun point about these two here, I forgot how they are spoken, pronounced, read. But this one is go and this one is go slowly. And the only difference is there. That tiny thing that just means that instead of doing from here to here, you go from above the trait to, or the line to under. That just means slowly. So basically, when you make a mistake and you write that same kanji fast because you don't pay attention in the stroke order and you go over, it means that it's go slowly. Yeah, that makes sense. So the writing, I can show you in a second. And Patapoil, I really like your name. For multiple reasons, and for the meaning that I can understand from French, as in patapois, as in not your pois, but it could be not your face, as in, or not your head. You know, pois being the face in some reason in French. You know, this. I mean, you're French, you know. So I don't know how that name came to be, but anyways. Like the Japanese living thing, I basically lived there for 2 years in total. At a time, I spent 3 months, 3 weeks, 1 year since November, October Yeah, October 2022. So I did 3 months and then I came back and then I go back to for 3 weeks. I came back here being in France, and then I went back to Japan for 1 year and then I just came back in May. Just came back. It's been 3 months, and now I'm planning to go back and stay there forever because it's just much better for me. Um, you never thought about the face, god damn it. Well, my French is turning non-French, which is good. It's a good point for me, but yeah. And thank you for the T9 writing system in on keyboard. It's different for anything that is gonna be on computers. It is way easier. It is one of the reasons why Japanese kind of have an easier time in learning other languages than Ihai. What call it? But if I change my keyboard into hiragana, for example, and I go into writing things, as in here, if I start typing watashi, which means I or me, you can see that wa is going to be changed, and then ta, and then as soon as I type shi, it recognizes that this is an optional kanji, and so I have the kanji, and then I can just go through um, and type. And this is watashi wa ao desu, which is the name that I use when I'm in Japan. So that's for Roman keyboards, or like regular Roman keyboards that people use on the day to day, that you use probably. The thing that is different is when you go into the Japanese keyboard, which I think is what you have in your head, which right now I'm trying to type in Japanese and I forgot that I was still in Japanese. Which is this, and this is a bit more complex. The main difference, or what I could say, is like the way that it works. Let me see if I have like a stronger one that have most of the characters. This is weird. Do not do that. I don't have these. You know, that's not gonna work. I need the tatito for these. Yeah, whatever. That's gonna work. So and this is the katakana one. I need the hiragana one, and obviously, why did I click on this one? Cool. So if you have the initial keyboard, you have the a, ka, sa, ta, na, ha, ma, ya, ra, wa. This is the a row, and so when you look at the column, it's a column here. When I learned, it's basically a row. Dapshi, hi, welcome on in. 1 second. So basically, it's this entire row that is displayed in the keyboard in T9. And if you want to do something as going into the ba, which is one of the other options, you can by going up or down. So the a, I, U, E, O is the basic directional placement of your T9 keyboard. So A is going to give you I, U, E, O when you swipe up or down. So that's the interesting things. 1 second. Yeah. Goldie. What I don't understand is why you went with poire for patate. Like, why? Why? That's gonna be my question. Why? Godwin, hi, welcome on in. I don't think this works. I should disable that. That's on me. I apologize for that. I should 100%. Yeah, disable that. Sorry about that. Do I have the rest though? I think this could work. And I think we could. Yeah. I don't think you missed a stream. Going back there. To that, I wish I had like a preview or an understanding of that keyboard that makes more sense. That's kind of similar-ish. I guess explain is gonna be an option. Maybe potentially as a high potential. I don't use it, so it's a bit of a hard. I want that specific screenshot basically to and like show you exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, every time you type or tap on one of the letters, it expands into the next options. So you can probably see that here better if I tap on the second line, which is officially, and now we have removed it, but it's the K option. It gives me the ability to do K or ki or que or que or ke or ko, which is probably where the finger is. So if I'm typing on K, I can swipe down to go in there. So the goal is to have the ability to move into these options off the keyboard. The thing that I have a bit of a hard time with is some of the alternate things. Basically, ka can become ga, or sa can become za, da or ta can become da, and wa can become ba or pa. And that's a bit complicated to get because when you tap on the ta form, which is the regular ta, you will get the initial thing, which is ta chi tsu te to as a base option. So that's a complicated thing. That is a complicated thing. And no, Denny, I'm not trying to. Oh, that's much better. I'm not trying to design a keyboard. I'm just explaining how the T9 keyboard works. Well, I'm attempting to. So you can kind of see that here a bit better. If I'm tapping on R, I have R, U, E, A, O as an option by swiping down or up or left or right. And so that's an option. it is still kind of weird to me. My ex used to be extremely fast with that keyboard, and that made more sense. And she used to swipe in between this keyboard when she spoke with her friend, and with the Romanji keyboard when she spoke English with me, which makes a lot of sense because I can't really type English in there. But that is the way that they type on keyboard. It is weird to me, but it's interesting. So yeah, I hope that it helps you understand a bit better how things work. This is the Android keyboard, and I like it as a concept, but it's still easier for me to like type on a Romaji keyboard, which is the regular Roman letter QWERTY keyboard, and just type things, because the sounds BA bar is going to be easier for me to do than going into bar and then in the wa and then the alternate of that, which is kind of weird because I don't really know how these work entirely, or like these two. I might be just yeah, I don't know. I see. Well, I like the name. I like the name, and now that it's a mix of patate and poire, that yeah, yeah. It is indeed joyful and silly pseudo. Yeah, 100%. Then did you say something earlier that I didn't see, which is probably the case? You said you started working out at noon this week, and it is completely fine. Working out as in working out, or working out as in starting to work on design stuff at noon? Like how's the rescheduling thing work? Pourrait is not really a French word. I mean, kinda. Pourrait. It sounds like pourrait, which is not the same thing. But it could work. At noon. Yeah, like that's, yeah. It's not pourrait. I mean, Denny is Italian, so it's nearby neighbors, so we can have some words that are similar. But pourrait is really... It sounds, yeah. I had puree in my head, but I doubt that's it. I doubt that's it. I think it's the poire, but in a different spelling, probably. A poire. It's a different type of wine. I feel like I missed some things earlier. Let me go back a tad. Stony, I know you went away. You probably have to do some food and things. And if you were like lurking from far away and you hear me, did you work on the TV thing yet or not yet? And it's probably not yet because you don't have any internet working. So you tell me. So you say not much of a schedule. I start at 8, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., midday, work out, and then to whenever I keep working. Yeah. Are you still doing like the 7:30 you eat and then after that you go back to work, or are you doing like 7:30 you eat and you stop working? Nombre, hi, welcome in, welcome back. How is you? How is everything? I try to have chat on vertical for YouTube stream so that they see something happens. One of the things that I haven't done yet is re-enabled the ads are playing, not because I want it, because it could be useful. No, most of the time is not equal one push-up. I don't do push-ups. I should. For real, I should. I don't. Anywho, can't do anything reliably. I see. Cool. Which is good. That's a good point for me. I can do stuff. Pull up, yes. Pull up thingy. So yeah, I talked about the Japanese thing. I talked about. I didn't talk about that. Let me click on it. Because that's an interesting thing. I think it's interesting. I don't know. You're gonna tell me. This article that is now shared on Discord in the reading list channel, specifically right there, reading list channel right there. This is decentralized UX with machine learning and generative AI, which is an interesting thing, interesting concept. Overall, I'm just gonna skim it because it's a long ass article. But the base of it is introducing what the users want based on the KPIs and or what you as the owner of the service wants the user to do. And then based on what the user is telling you, you are generating a new UI based on that, implying they have a pretty cool diagram at the end, implying that the current state of things is everyone has the exact same experience on every website or on the same website. Like everyone that's coming on Twitch has the Twitch experience, and with the potential, that's a concept, not sure and all that. Maybe any user could have a very specific user-defined UIs based on what they want to have and what they are used to. So if someone wanted to have, I don't know, chat on the other side and the video being on top, for Twitch, for example, that could be the thing. Or maybe they wanted the mobile version of Twitch, but in a very wide version, which is really similar to what YouTube has, for example. That could be a thing. And so that would be generated by the generative AI immediately based on the user cookies or preferences or something. That would imply that as I said in this, it could break everything when it comes to familiarity in patterns, like design pattern familiarity for users, but it could also make sure that any user that comes to your website has the exact experience that they want to have because they are used to that type of patterns or type of layouts and design overall. So that's an interesting concept. I don't know if I like it much right now. I think it goes back to one of the things that I talked about and I kind of tried to implement in 2014, which was the adaptive UI, or yeah, I think that's how I called it, which was based on the user behavior. We defined things that are more or less making sense for them. So if you have something that is kind of new, it's new for them at some point, and then they click on it 3 times, it's less new, so you can highlight it less than for other users that haven't clicked on that thing. That's an interesting concept, or was an interesting concept, but this is a bit going further out in the generative AI and building things differently. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. But that's a interesting read. I feel like you should, if you are interested in that, you should have a look at that. There is another subject, but it's a weird ass subject. We might talk about it when I'm further in the night. We'll see. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. Maybe, potentially. I don't know. Go read it. At least go on the Discord, click on it, and tell me what you think of it. You know, could be good. Could be good. I see. Is the Denny? Is the communication with the team on the other side of the sea good? Did they had like a bit of a like better communication with you, asking you things when you are now on call, or did you do the boundary of doing things only when you are working, like all that thing? Yeah, I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. Cool. And Nombre, I understood the pixel thing before you explained it. The thing is, it's not pixel. Like from what you have not explained, but like defined here, it is not the issue for me. Like pixel sub being basically being how many pixels on the original image are, then that's how many pixel on the original image are there. It's not pixel size. It's different. So that's my main point. The choice of pixel size right here shouldn't be called pixel size, but should be called something different. Because again, a half pixel doesn't exist. Like that's not that will never be a thing. And if I'm giving you the classic example, that is a 3x3 block, and this is a 3.2 by 3.5, not 35, 3.5 block. So far, so good. When I'm pixelating it, that is a half pixel that doesn't exist and will never exist. So if your label for the button is called pixel size and you're giving me 8.2, then I'm expecting this because it's in the name. That's the only thing that I was saying. I understand that the base is mostly what was the initial size of the pixel width wide ratio of the image itself, but it's just a naming related thing for me, at least. Like that explanation is good, yes. So that's the thing, and the fact that the pixel size is like 8.7. And if you're saying that this is exactly what it does, I should have that somewhere else. Anyways, as in the initial pixel was 3.2 by 3.2, if that's what you're saying, and then the program is like resizing it to be 3 by 3 to ensure that we have like a perfect pixel, that shouldn't be a human decision, because no human would know exactly. Like it's not, I know it does that, but that shouldn't be to the user to define. It should be the program sees this and says, oh, okay, so I'm seeing like blurry lines, and one of them is a perfect square, and I'm gonna use that as reference and then apply that on the entire thing automatically, rather than having like the user define that, because I don't know. The only thing that the user is going to do with that slider is attempt to find the right number without really knowing what it is. And it would be way more impressive if that like kind of shrug of trying to find the right size is done automatically by the system. I don't think it's an implementation nightmare. I think it's I mean, think about the trial and error that will need to happen for someone that doesn't know pixel sizes to render this. Like they will go in, load that, and say, oh, well, it's gonna be, I don't know, 4.3. And then they export that, it's still blurry. So they go back in and they say, oh, it's probably 4.2. It's still blurry. Maybe it's 4.4. It's still blurry. So that's the thing. I know that you have like the preview right there. The thing is, based on the user monitor, that is might be good. Hey, hi from YouTube. Well, come on in. How are you? And I'm not gonna join voice chat. No, that's not a thing that happens on stream. So, you know, that is a more complex thing and kind of hard to uh, justify. Like, again, you are seeing that exactly through the stream. Maybe this is pixelated and blurry, and this is cleaner, but still not clean. And based on my pixel density from my screen, it might look good, or it might still look blurry. We had the same issue with Denny last time, which is his screen is not like, is like basically a 1080 screen, and so when you are trying to get a 4K image on that, it still looks like a 1080 screen because it is a 1080 screen. So that looks cleaner, yes. Is it exactly perfect? I don't know. Like, I could be really close and not find it. That's why I like, personally, on this, if I have... That is annoying right there. If I have this program that, I don't know, maybe checks how the pixel changes and says, okay, we have like 1, 2, 3 bands of different colors until we enter something that is, and this is not solid color, but it's roughly solid. That kind of implies that the line is in the middle here. The thing that I half explained once is this. If I go to 0.1, this pixel here is basically the equivalent of that color at 10%. If I go at 0.5, that half pixel is that color at 50%. If I go at 0.8, it is that color at 80%. And if I go at 1, obviously, it is that color at 100% of like transparency. So that is basically the thing. Yeah, Terrakan, also hi. Nombra is doing something on pixel art-ish thing related. Yeah, I know that this is the way that it works because these types of websites exist already. But it's the same. See how much you need to find, like, and fine tune yourself in order to achieve exactly what you need to do. Whereas with what I'm saying here, which I know is a bit more complex to implement, but it's where do we have something that is a square? I'm guessing it's usually going to be the first pixel. And then you just check and you see that, okay, we have like a certain amount of percentage here and a certain amount of percentage here, and the center one is roughly good. So that kind of implies that the pixel itself is gonna be roughly here. Like that's the size. And then going into the other side, it's gonna be the same thing, and it's gonna also be, god damn it, that's the wrong key, somewhere around here. Middle, all that. And that's probably my size. This is a 60 by 60 block based on that screenshot. And if the system can figure that out for me without having the need for this, because that's tricky, I feel like that's better for the user. And you could also do the exact same thing manually, as in, this is a pixel art thing, and you want to check the first like the first 4 squares. And as long as your first 4 squares contain 4 different colors, or a value that is equal to 4 or less, then you're good. Carter and Hine, again. Like if I'm trying this in the center. If I'm getting in the center of the screen, god damn it, that's the wrong thing. Bitch! If I'm getting here, which would be the initial place at the top left of the image, and I'm scanning this section for the differences in color. And as long as I don't have 4 or less values, I'm not moving on or accepting the value. And so you just have the scrub being done automatically and pipetting, checking the colors with like JS color. I forgot the name of the lib that does that. And that is automated to ensure that the output is always like a sharp thing. Because these 3 lines in the center are 3 alternate colors compared to this one. And this is the color that we need to have. And so rendering right there is basically doing the same thing. When you're doing it by hand, you are attempting to do that. And also, one of the issue that you will have is that if you say that the pixel size is 8.6 or something, which was your size here, it is basically equal to 4.35 or 17.4. So you have multiple options to reach the same level of details. And if I go into 17.4, I might have like a smaller image or bigger image. I don't know in which side you are using these values, but it's, yeah, like that scrub, I understand why it's there, but you know, kind of complex. Or kind of complex, kind of annoying for the user at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean that's the plan, right? That is the plan. It should be the plan, at least. The late story. You are late. But yeah, that's my main take, right? I feel like this should be automated rather than having the user scrub through, because you don't know how good their eyes are, and for someone else, maybe this is good. Maybe this looks good to them, and you can't really know. And then they will export the thing, and it will not be as good as they expected it to be. So I would agree with you that the 8.7 is much better, obviously, because I can see pixels. But other than that, eh, eh, eh. Automation is going to be easier. I feel like also another way. Can you give me the pixelated image as a base? I kind of want to try something like the original pixelated version that you have. Just drop it here so that I can see something. I feel like you can do that as well. Maybe. I think if you resize the image, the base image to a smaller sizes, you could get the delta in between what you had and what you need to have. Thank you for that. And yes, Stony, I am making a mess. 100%. Yes, I can. I think if you resize the image, because that's basically what's happening, you will end up at some point with that is closer to what you had here. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's a bit gloomy. And so the delta in between the original image and the resized version is basically the amount that you need to resize it to end up with that at like 100%, like a perfectly square pixel. And so that is that's a way that you could just take the first 8 or the first 16 pixels as a checker. Could. But I'm going to say something else. Yeah, that's about it. AI. Currently, generative AI and other denoising platforms, I know they are more expensive and might not be the best option for what you're trying to do, as in this is a learning project, obviously, and you're attempting to learn something about it. So I get that. Yeah, I feel like there probably is an API somewhere that you can use, and see if you can just pass that through an AI denoiser, cleaner. Maybe it does the job for you. Again, not saying that it's bad, just saying that these non-automated scrubbing is going to be the easiest implementation right now, but also the most complex for a user that doesn't know what they're looking for exactly. So, yeah. Yeah. That's a bit much, Stony. It is a bit much. A tad bit much. Nonetheless. Overall, design-wise, because that was your initial question, I feel like the Galaxy Pixel thing in the background is pretty cool. If it was animated, it would be much better. And then the glow, which is a shadow behind the card, is not big enough to not give you that issue on the corner. The thing that I kind of talked about at some point. You can see that here it's whiter than the corner itself, just because of the radius. So the smoothing of the radius makes it looks weird. You need to either have a really, really, really big radius to make it go through with the same brightness, or you need the entire shadow to be like bigger or wider, more diffused, to just makes it kind of cleaner overall. So, yeah. The thing, Stoney, is that might be the reason why your fiber optic broke. Too much laser inside of it, you know. We never know. We never know. Anyways. That's not the case. I know that's not the case. Alright. I said that there was another thing that I wanted to talk about and I forgot what it was, so that means we're good, right? That means we're good. Probably are okay with everything. I try to enable or re-enable, as I said, snap camera here on stream, but for some reason it just doesn't go through, and I can't replace my current camera with the snap camera thing, which is kind of sad because I would love to be able to turn into a potato again. But yeah, but that makes no sense. But you know, all that. Anyways, which is weird because I'm touching my self. No, I'm touching my fiber optic cable a ton. Like it really unplugging it, replugging it, changing places, and yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's the still thin one, but it's the it's these ones. I mean, not these ones. Technically that, yeah. I mean, you probably know exactly which one it is. The French. Huh. Yeah, these ones, these bitches. So they are like thick-ish. ish. It's not the individual ones that go in. Yes, 100%. I agree. I agree, but it is that kind of, which is why I was asking earlier, because if that was what broke, which is kind of crazy, that is on Amazon. But yeah, I see. You went deep in the touching, which you shouldn't. But I mean, they made you. How is it called? Welding? Like that thing? That's great. But yeah. Yeah. The fact that the view that you have in is already a microscope, and that you see this is crazy. Anywho, Denny, you said, I have two questions for you. First one, do you suggest any particular software to edit videos? Depending on the type of video that you want to edit. If it's a sexual healing video, as you said right under, which I know is not related, but not really. Right now, DaVinci Resolve is going to be kind of the best option, because it's free, and free is usually good. If it's video, as in the video for the tutorial that you want to have on the landing page, then DaVinci Resolve is going to be fine. What I'm using personally is Descript, but Descript is mostly only good if you have what in name, which is called a script, and you can have and do that. Have the voice of the person and just say, oh, this is the word that I want to replace or remove or do things. But for you, if that's the previous thing, which is the tutorial thing, DaVinci Resolve is going to be much better and easier than anything else. It is kind of similar to Premiere and other big video editing softwares, so could recommend it. It has a ton of functionalities. It is, as I said, free, and there is a paid version that doesn't really add much for the regular user. It adds a ton for the people that are using videos all the time, but for regular users, it doesn't really matter. So the free version is good enough. Premiere Pro is fine, but the thing, or the fact that it is an Adobe software, I don't. Just for that reason, avoid it. Avoid it. And then, if you wanted to animate the squiggles, After Effects is going to be good. But if you just wanted to animate squiggles and then integrate that into the video, Fable. Fable is going to give you the animation options to do all of what After Effects does. Yeah. That's going to be good. Oh, that's what I remembered. Cool. I remembered the third things that I wanted to talk about. I think if you just know exactly where the squiggles and the effects and the thing that you want to add on top of the video needs to be, record your video entirely, edit it in DaVinci if that's a thing that you need, and then once you have that, upload the file to Fable, add your effects, and export it directly from Fable. It's going to be pretty good. The main thing that is going to be kind of annoying is the fact that the free version is, goddamn it, limited in quality and in length, which I don't like. Well, you know, that's a pretty good thing. So if you just wanted like to do the squiggles and then implement them on DaVinci, it's easier to just do like small, teeny tiny things animated and then integrate them. The other one is, I think, Cavalry? Is it? Yeah, that. That's another one that is also like a similar project thing that has a ton of animation and After Effects type of things integrated in it, but I have no knowledge of it, so I can't help at all. If you want to go this route, you could. Not a bad idea, but I can't help. That is that. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, you can do them first on Fable um, and integrate them while you export them. Yeah, there's that. There is another one. There is plenty of other options that have popped in the past 3 years of video editors online, and this one is kind of the best for me, the easiest to kind of understand and get. So yeah, DaVinci is good for overall animation. Anything that is like effects, I not yet. Later. But for now, you don't need that. And yeah, the script is what I use, but that's different types of use case. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. The thing that I kind of wanted to talk about roughly, quickly, is some of the newest trend-ish type of thing that I've been seeing. This is coming back. It's been 2 years, but it's coming back closer and closer to most people are going to do that. So these Y2K-ish typography thing are coming back. I'm just saying that now, that I have proof that I said things. But yeah, this is coming back. And then that, similar to what we said to Atakan last stream on Monday, these angles and non-straight cards being placed on straight cards to just give dynamism and life and an organic placement that is extremely popular right now. I think it's going to be popular for like a year, and then people are going to be fed up with it. Already starting to be fed up with it, so that means it's going to take a year for most people to not want to do that anymore. But like a lot of things and a lot of designs that I've seen, this one was just fun, have that kind of cards that are not straight, not flat. It's flat, but like not straight. The other thing that I just scroll through, that is an interesting news to me. Marco, which is, we take his portfolio as an example all the time, was part of the diagram team that was acquired by Figma in 2023, June 2023. Today was his last day at Figma in the diagram team. And today is September 2024, so he stayed there officially for a bit more than a year, which I'm thinking he stayed for a contractual year, like 1 full year from June to June, and then drop the 3 months notice before he left. And that's today, I think. Which is really interesting to me to see that part of Figma saying that we are really interested in AI and in generation and in all like auto generation of design and all of that that Marco and Dylan and other people have been working on for Diagram are now kind of living Figma is telling me that there is something happening either in the Figma side or in the AI generation things from other designers that is more interesting than what Figma is doing. So keep an eye on that. I think that's going to be pretty useful for you to just know that maybe the Figma AI related things might not be as good as they said they would be, which is what I've been saying. So we'll see. Can you create a set of social media images that fits the branding and the boxes? No, I can't do that. That's not my, nope. Can't do that. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're building things. Taking or keeping track of employees that are acquired and then staying in the company that have acquired them is telling me that the acquisition was a good thing and was meant to be a positive impact on the main tool. Right now, the fact that the company has been acquired and then the employees of that company that has been acquired are leaving the acquiring company 1 year later kind of implies a lot of things for me. So, that thing. Anyways, going back to this. That. What did I say? Straight but not straight. A ton of them. Jonathan, hi. What got in? I'm doing okay. And this is cute as fuck. I don't like the selection, but yeah. Oh yeah, I re-added the drops. You now can drop, and it should work. At least I heard it. Yeah. God damn, I have such a massive delay. And now you also have that in chat, which is what Matty has, and I forgot to enable it. But yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna have the scores, so I know if you landed, I can hear that someone landed, and then I can see what's your score. It's pretty cool, I think. Space Black is shit, and it takes fingerprints like crazy, so silver. Yeah. The max on the pro side specifically, it's not that. I hate Apple for not showcasing things. The space gray for me is much better than that. And if you're saying space black, I was talking about the air. Oh yeah. No, they did the black one. Which one is it? Why can't I find the thing?
Atakanbakixie's just resubscribed for 24 months. It's official.
Welcome back. 24, that's a lot. That's a lot of time. Thank you for the resub. I think I appreciate it. Welcome back. We were just speaking about what you were saying last time. Well, technically what I was saying to you last time with adding, god damn it, where the fuck is that? These angles, things. To your resume side thingy, that. Experience at the server chassis disappears when you are looking at the screen. I mean, the screen, the color of your Mac doesn't matter at all, ever. It could be bright blue. You wouldn't notice it because you are focused on the screen. Most of the time, your computer is going to be standard prompted somewhere, and you're going to use like a mouse from outside and a keyboard from outside, and it's going to be further out. And again, most of the times, you're going to have a secondary screen, and you're not really going to look at the Mac itself. It's going to be closed down, plugged into a screen, and you could look at your screen. So the color of the Mac doesn't really matter. It's the same thing as my phone, for example. When I bought I think it was the 13 Pro, I went there on the day of release, like any Apple person does. And the girl in the queue was asking me, which color do you want? I was like, I don't give a shit, whichever is available. And she was like, okay, we have a black one. I was like, fine. I don't mind. I don't. It's gonna have a case on it right after. So you know, dang. Oh, that's new. You know. So yeah, I really like if you like the color of the screen. Mano, hi, welcome. Good afternoon to you too. That is wildly bad. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I know I don't like that. uh, shit. I feel like something happening on. Yeah. That is a much better transition compared to last time. It still has a bit of a weird transition if I'm like at the edge, but yeah. Sorry for the flashes. I forgot. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I still like this. This is gonna be pretty good. And then that is interesting. I don't. It's muscle time! Yeah, with a dot. God damn it. I like it. I like it. It works. It works. That's the most important thing. Oh, made a mistake. Oh, shit. Oh, I hate these things. It is such a non-habit. Yeah, I like that. I like the that. Unplugging is easier. You know what? That is a fair point. I didn't think about that. I like that. I like that font. And then you said over work. Yeah. I would do two. I would do one this way, which is this one, and another one on the other side. Like one on two different angle or different. Because right now, if I don't pay attention, I might think that they are the same project. If for some reason my cursor is just moving out and I see, oh, it turned as if I was hovering the first one. And just because I have like a shaky end, it changed on the same spots. That's the thing. So I would have two options or two sides, two things. I don't know. Maybe. Potentially. I do like it though. I like the, I appreciate the blur, which is not really a progressive blur, but it is a progressive blur, so that's a pretty interesting thing. It's kind of sad that it's not on everything, and it's mostly on testimonials. Like this is really sharp. But yeah, that is pretty good as a concept. And it goes does and goes at the same time, exactly with what I said about the personality and like human touch, like kind of. Ooh, that's weird. That is, yeah, that's kind of bad. The fact that the typography is really human, and yeah, that makes sense. That was weird, but yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it works on that section. Yeah, the signature and the signature text, that makes a lot of sense. It's really, I wish I had. Do I have it here? I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't. God damn it. Yeah. Same point, main thing, the same thing, main thing. That's really French of me. And same thing, the tiny. Nah. That's cute. Doesn't do much, but it's just details. So, yeah, I like that. That might be a tad too low, where I stopped here earlier. I thought like this was the bottom, because this is usually what you have as a footer. So I wasn't like going further out. So I might either swap both sections, that section, or decrease the spacing in between these two and these two, so that I can see both at the same time, because like that really feel like a completed website. But yeah, no, I like the concept of it. It makes sense. It works. Yeah. Put a slide. I don't know if I have. Once again, I haven't been that active on Pinterest, so might be kind of not the greatest. UI has had some addition lately, but I don't think I will have much. I know this one has a lot of transitions. Some of the structural thing is probably going to be on web rather than on UI UX, landing pages or web from the boards that I have. Yeah, it does. I agree with that. I agree with that. See that? I don't have the Pinterest thing. I think it's in there, but I'm not sure. You see that section? That human feel? That organic, non-generated feel? Like these shapes are not regular screen-related shapes. This is coming back a ton. Anywho. It's pretty good. I like it. Carousel, carousel, carousel. I feel like you could have something that is a bit more, again, organic, to not be straight and flat and regular organic transition. So you could have 3D-ish thing. I don't know how many images you want. I don't have my Pinterest on there, I see. Well, I mean, that doesn't matter. You don't really have access to my Pinterest anyways. These are mostly like for me types of resources. You probably have that in mind, but I would maybe God damn it. You know, I'm not saying that it's good, but a carousel that just is an infinite scrollable wheel would be more organic and could work in that specific place of the website. Other than that, this is more or less project management things. I will have less stuff. If it's really... I mean, it is. You have some pages, as in this one is a pages, but you really have details, I think. I feel like you could have something that is more, again, organic and specified, as in something like this section right there to showcase like teeny tiny things that you've worked on, and it's again not straight, not like straightened as in a square to the page, but you could have like a mobile screen right there and a modal here and a search button there and something else, and that could be like a carousel that is not a straight carousel. It's something that can be scrolled horizontally with all of the teeny tiny things, bits of design that you have worked on. Could be a thing, not saying it's a thing that needs to happen again, but it could be a thing, and it could be an interesting new-ish type of vibe for a carousel and a portfolio. Other than that, I have one in mind that I can't find, as always. Looking for it. Because I know that you have some really good interest in tiny animation and details and all of that, and there is one that I have in mind that is detailed and good, and obviously can't find it. Yay! It might not even be in there, so you know, that is always an option. Like this is really classic carousel. This one or this one, it's almost the same thing, and it makes sense. But yeah. Not the best. Um, the thing that is kind of throwing me off is the fact that you are using Webflow, and I know that because your URL is webflow.io. And we, frame aside, have received the 3D transform like 2 months ago, and the 3D transform does the carousel that I was talking about really, really easily. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that could be easy, but it might be complicated to put in place on Webflow directly. If you wanted to do that on Webflow, you may need to use Spline instead of what Framer has. But you know, details. Yeah, I like that a lot. That type of bento-ish, and if you had that in a carousel view, like something that can be scrolled horizontally, I really feel like that could be really good overall. And I'm saying that mainly because of the content that I'm seeing in these images. I don't know if that's the images that you want to have in the long run, and all that. But yeah, it's just based on what it is and the details and all that. I feel like it could work. Some of the examples that I have made in the past, when I've made product showcases, I don't do that often, but when I do like a product showcase, I'm trying to zoom in on the important parts. Like this one was specific for the contextual menus, so I have of them in one place, and that's about it. And that's all. I'm not just going with the full page. So if your most important thing right here is the drop zone or the timeline on the side wizard, then I would zoom in on that as a detail, kind of like you have done here. Like this makes sense to me as a detail. And to answer the Rive question, yes, why not? I just have a bit of an issue with Rive because it doesn't really work. I mean, it does work, but it's just the learning curve is way too high for me to invest as much time as I should in it. But if you already have Rive knowledge, then do that. It's not in there. It's sad, but it's not in there. This article has been also shared on Discord. It is somewhere in the resources and or reading list. I forgot, but it is right there. There is this one that I kind of had in mind, which contains, like, that blog specifically contains a ton of things. As you saw right there, you have like human related annotation and details and transition and things, and though in there is plenty of things that could help you to create better animations overall. So look at that as well. For those of you who are not in the Discord, here is the link. Could be really useful. But yeah, have this, this is there. So yeah, that's that is what I call a delay. That's wild. That's wild. Hmm. Um, yeah, no, that's about it for the carousel thing. I don't like carousels in general, so I will recommend you to not carousel. But if you have to, then a bento carousel feels like something that is better, and an organic-ish carousel is going to be even more aligned with what we're doing right now in um, in design data. So yeah, like most of these things, like a carousel like this could be really interesting. Yeah,
Old junior dev is now following.
obviously, all junior dev. Hi, welcome on in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks a lot for the follow. I appreciate that. I like the name. I like the name. Um, yeah, I guess that's that. Yeah, that's that. Thank you. Gmi2web. Hi. Thanks a lot for chatting. Appreciate that. How are you? Who are you? Same thing. How do you find the stream? That is your first message. I am pretty good. I'm a bit tired, but that's a regular occurrence for me. You see this? See that carousel? That's not a carousel, but that is a carousel. That's the organic thing that I was talking about. That kind of parallax-ish placement there. Yeah. I see. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know how you found the stream, though. I don't know if you've seen that as well. This is kind of great. That's a very interesting concept. Right now, we're just talking, most likely. Most of the time, we are chatting. I see. Which are the chat streaming? Hmm? I just like this thing. Really cool. Really cute. Anyways, it might be. I don't know. But yeah, we're doing a lot of design stuff, and I need to work on that page right there. I need to do some real layouts and design and things, and I kind of don't wanna, but I have to. So might happen. Study, I have a question from last stream. You said carousels are fine, and I'm debating carousels on specifically TV shows for movies, for seasons. God damn it. Uh, I have a feeling that it could work. It again, it depends on limitations, what you can do, what you can't do. I don't know. So based on that, we can decide. But I have a feeling that it could. Season should be a player menu thing. Can you explain? Can you say that again? um, for car dealer, the parallax thing. Yeah, I think I don't know why that is coming into my head. Did Rivian have a parallax-ish thingy? I feel like they did at some point, and it might be in the UI, like in the new UI that they have built. But yeah, I don't know why this is. Yeah, that's probably it. Because of their new UI thing that has like different placements and other things. That looks familiar. That transition is interesting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am French, sadly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, I like that. If you've never been here before and you don't know why I'm doing that, I did the entire thing in as a stream overlay. We had like a camera that was exactly the same, and we started the stream like this, and then it expanded into a full screen thing. So that's why it's fun. It is fun. So when you click on the show or movie on Netflix, it takes you to the most simplest view. We can set up your audio, choose episodes, restart, and play. There are also collection things. Yeah, no, that doesn't make more sense, Stony. I'm sorry about that. When you click on the show or movie on Netflix, it takes you to the most simplest view, which is basically what I have. To me, that's the most simplest view. You click on this, like one of the thing, TV show, movie, whatever, it brings you there. Like if it's a TV show. Yeah, no, I know. Don't take pictures. I'm fine with that. Um, and here, if you have that as a simplest view, you will have just the seasons and the episodes for each season, and then that's it. So I don't see the difference. Yeah, we speak mostly English here, and I can take the French accent, the very difficult French accent. But yeah, no, that is not a thing. We don't do that. We don't like the French accent. Some people like the French accent, but this is bad. You just want that? You don't wanna. You don't wanna. You don't wanna. A bit more. A bit more, please. I get it. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, that's basically how it works when you are on the player and you're just moving your cursor or you're posing things, as far as I remember. So that's why I let me design discussion with you a tad. Mm-hmm. So my main issue here is if I'm clicking on here, right? I click on whatever TV show poster is. I have one click that is like prior to this, and then that's gonna be red just for now, and probably 40 because that's easier. So I have one click that is outside of this view, and then that then send me to this view. And if I want to basically play from episode 1, which is the last episode that I've seen, I press enter and we're good. But if that's not the case, I need to press down 1 and then press enter to access it, to then get access to the carousel of season, episodes, thing. I forgot exactly how it's placed, but that's like basically because it's here. You have the selection of the season. Let's say it takes the last one because that's the last one you've seen. and then you scroll down, whatever do you thing, and then access to the yeah, you have like season 1, season 2, season 3 things, right? So you select the season that you want, so that's another thing potentially. Brings you up to the first, that's the face of the person, the first episode of the season that you have selected. And then let's say you wanted to go to the 4th one, you need to press 4 times to access to the season 1, episode 4, because that's where you were with your friend, for example, but you have seen more. Whatever, I don't care. That's a lot of clicks. Where you are here, when you load it, you arrive on the same thing. We are automatically synced with the watch now, which is the exact same thing. So that's same thing. One click, play, good. The watch now is going to be the same. Like watch the season 3 episode 1 if you are currently at season 3 episode 1, and then I can directly go to the episode that I want. So if I know that I'm on season 2 episode 3, I just need to do down, 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 right, and I see it and I know where it is and I can access it quickly. So in terms of user experience, it is to me better to have access to and see things faster. It might take virtually less clicks on this one because I don't need to go through the entire season, like 1, 2, 3, and so that's why I was saying maybe carousels, because that way you can go from season 1 carousel to season 2 directly, like 1, 2, 3, if you have multiple seasons. So that's the thing that I was thinking about. And then if you had like audio and sub, we can 100% re-add it here because that's an option. Like it was there in the previous version, and we just removed it because I said that it wasn't necessary. But if you think it is, yeah, we can absolutely do that. Just add another button at the top. It's pretty simple. I don't think it is, but yeah, I think it's a preference thing. Therefore, it's just like what the user has preferred, and then that's about it. But yeah. What the fucking thing that they have? Audio and subtitle. Audio and... I don't think I have an icon for that. If I can't make the subs because the one it should match with doesn't exist, and there are 50 options for the language. You take native. Like, the automation for the subs is if show is coming from Japan's audio is Japanese, subtitle is user define, like device define languages. I don't know if you have that on TV. Fair point. I know, fair point. But if it's on the server and the server is set to, I don't know, German, then subtitle is automatically German. And if German is not there, then that's going to be defined in the player. Like when the user goes into watching something, they will define their preferred subtitle when the subtitle German is not available, if that makes sense. But for me, the audio is supposed to be if the thing you bought didn't come with French, I need to download French. Yes. I feel like you're saying that as if it was a bad thing. I mean, downloading French is a bad thing as a starting point, but I don't see the issue. Also, sorry for the moire effect on the background. Um, I think the language selector is in the player. That's the thing that I have. Like it's, to me, the selection. I don't know if it's, again, a limitation on my knowledge of how things work, you know. But let me go back a second. I am on my server. I have the data, the things, whatever. I start to play a movie, and it's in the official, original. When I'm saying that, I'm on computer. Original, like, language. So if the movie was a French movie, it starts speaking in French. So you pause it immediately. And then you go into the audio and subtitle option, and you add the subtitle that you need. That is stored on the user level, to me at least, in my eyes. You tell me if that's not an option. And now, if I go into another movie, no, in the player, not in the previous player. Here is the previous player thing. That's what I'm saying. This is in the player, and I think that what you currently have in the player is good. I'm just saying that the previous page, which is the detail page based on where you clicked from the home page. Anyways, going back to my story. You clicked on the thing, it's in a language that you don't have the knowledge of, but you still want to have to listen to the thing in its original language. You go, you press pause, you choose a subtitle track. From now on, anything that is not in that selected subtitle track language gonna have that selected subtitle track. So if I go into another movie that is Japanese and the subtitle track is not Japanese that I had done in the French movie, I'm gonna display that selected subtitle track. That's really difficult to say. Let's say German, for that Japanese movie, again, because I have selected German before. And then if I go to another movie, and you said you are a dub person, you would go to Japanese anime thing, and you select the language, audio language, to be Dutch or German or English or whatever. That implies that it's not the original audio. Therefore, any other movies, media on the platform that you have access to will automatically be in the dubbed version from the language that you have selected from somewhere else. And if you needed to change something somewhere else, you change the language on another thing, and it works. Like, it's the, I know I'm going to take Netflix as an example, and it's big company, and it doesn't work the same. But if I'm watching an anime and I'm putting the subtitle into Japanese, it remembers that. And so the next time that I'm opening an anime, whichever it is, it has subtitle in Japanese. And then once I switch from Japanese subtitle to English subtitle, and I go back to whatever anime, it still has the English subtitle selected. Even if it's another TV show, another movie, another thing, it's just the pairing that happened once is stored. So I don't know if that's an option, but I feel like it's the easiest thing to do, and it will allow us to not have the audio and subtitle definition at that level, for the detail thing. Yes, Jonathan, that's basically what I'm saying. It's just like, if if available audio, available subtitle are there, then you place what the user have defined on something else. If not, you revert to original track and subtitle potential if you know that it's not the user language. Like if I know it's a logic thing, but yeah, what I'm saying is that when I want to rip out the TV UI and move it to view, meaning I need to make the TV UI again. Say that again. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh god, that hurt so much. Oh, I hate it. I know this is not the TV UI, but here, which is what I have in mind, right? I don't have the language, I don't have the button that is that prominent. It is here. Like I could switch things potentially, but it's mostly this. I have access to this, and this is a movie, so obviously it's a bit different. But I don't really have the ability to change and switch the language like as an option from here. If I want to, I need to go in, which is what I was saying, in the player, and then in the player right now, OBS is playing, so can't have that. But in the player, I pause, and then I go in there and select whatever the fuck I need. And once it's done, which right now, technically this is the greatest example. I'm currently on French Netflix, so the options are Japanese original, which should always be there, and then French, because obviously. And then the subtitle options are by default French selected because I am in France. But as soon as I can't do that now because again, OBS makes me not have that. But as soon as I disable French, whichever other TV shows think that I'm opening that is or has the ability to be in Japanese is gonna be no subtitle Japanese by default. So that should work. At least it in my head thing. Dang. What's that? That's the TV UI? I guess, to an extent. The previous TV UI? I see. The player just displays what the server gives. The service gives everything from the original source, but subtitle needs to be able to download after. Yes. How fast can you download subtitles? That's gonna be my question. Because if you can download it on the spot and it's easy, like you have an easy access and an easy source to get access to it, I feel like you should. You know, I know they are not that heavy, but it's just like finding the right subtitle track that is synced properly and will work and not be offsetted in things that I spend so much time with subtitle track that are like not synced properly, and then someone is saying something and it's the line from something else. So yeah, if you're using that and it's 200 kilobytes per subtitle track, I feel like you should just display the available options, and when the user is selecting one of them, you just download it. Like, display the entirety of the catalog. That is an option for that movie, if that's an option. Again, like, if the access that you have to more O's at again. Unless you're trying to show me something different, because that's not me.
Ma!
Yeah, that. Like, I don't know what that is, but I don't know if you can. The menu is somewhere else. Have a good rest of your night. Patat. Patapois. Thanks a lot for stopping by, I appreciate that. And thanks a lot for the follow earlier. Enjoy the rest of your day. Night. Time zone. All day. I mean, night. It is 9. So yeah. So your server is going to do the heavy lifting and just listen for the callback. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I think. I do not understand where, if you have subtitle languages available in here, it's probably somewhere in the API of the languages that are available. But personally speaking, I think the drop down that contains the language and the spoken language and the subtitle language is just gonna need what we already have. I think it's in the mess somewhere. Somewhere around here where we had that. I think that's gonna be the basic of what I want to have, and I just want to have that inside the player, not outside of the player. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to have that. I don't want to have distraction before I start playing. I understand that it would be easier for you to say, oh, you can select the audio and subtitle before you start playing, therefore I can like ensure that I download the things. But I feel like that's not entirely necessary. And if you remove that and you just have the player, which I think, again, the player is going to probably look like this, you have the option to change the episodes and the audio and things right from here. I think that's going to be enough. And much better as an experience on TV. I mean, you're just gonna reuse the player that you have done for the UI. I'm not gonna do a new player again. Nope. Right, you had that, which I think is enough. That works. That design we have done. Kind of works. To me. I don't know if we have a better version of it. I don't think we do. I don't think I did like a cleaned up option. I don't know what you're talking about being a plugin. The subtitle thing? Or something else? I don't think I did that. Yeah, I didn't. Alright, check that, yes. That's an interesting carousel. It's fun. It it kind of breaks my brain because of some of the structure that it has, but it's a fun thing. But yeah, I don't think that's good enough, Metacan. It's a good organic start. But yeah, it will probably get better for sure. I could... Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, I like the overall website design. I like that. That's a flashbang if I haven't seen one. So you're saying the video player to be the only video player that handles playing from a playlist or single file, no UI, nothing. Yeah, that makes no sense to me right now. Treat like I rewrote your overlay. Your plugin is a chat command. Nope. That doesn't make sense. So the ads can only play if the pre-roll are like not in a specific thing. And I reckon I have no clue about the awards event. I have never heard of that. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. That for a conference? No. I'm not paying for any conference. That's the rule. So yeah, no. Also, this one is in Spain. Good job. Good job on getting sponsored. Yeah, I'm not active enough in the community to be able to do that. In a fully featured web player that supports different UIs for different type of devices, things load slower because there is more code than is actually needed. Yes. Have a good rest of your day. And thanks a lot for being here. I appreciate that. But if you don't use it or don't call for something, JavaScript still needs to pass it and put it in memory. Yes. We agree on that so far. Maybe. To an extent. Potentially. Yes. And so if I take out all the things that are different on each platform, I have 1 more control and 2 more speed. Yes. So far, you haven't said anything groundbreaking. You have just said things that are in my head normal, as in, from what I understand, I'm going to build a player for TV, I'm going to build a player for web, I'm going to build a player for mobile, and based on the device that I'm on, it's going to call the one that it needs. And that's it. Which seems like a normal thing to do. So maybe I'm not understanding what exactly you want to do, other than what you said. Plugin is probably going to say, I'm getting like the entire thing called a plugin, and when it detects that I'm on desktop, it loads the features that are related to device desktop. No, on TV, it loads the features that are related to device TV, which is, yes, the same thing, but in a different build. So for me, it makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I am missing out some context. It's not that I don't understand it. It doesn't. You say that as if it was groundbreaking. Like you said thing as if I'm trying to build something new, and you're describing common behavior, which is why it doesn't make sense and why I'm saying I don't understand. Um, yeah, because duh. It's just you're using words that are not making sense. Plugin is not the thing. You're building a player that reacts to the platform it's on. Yes, you could have said that, and you didn't. That doesn't change the fact that what I'm trying to do on this page specifically is to not have audio and subtitle on the previous page, because I want a previous page. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to load every movie on Netflix when I'm opening Netflix. I'm going to load the movie that I need when I'm clicking on the movie that I need. So right now you're saying something that is also, yeah, I'm not going to load components that are not needed in the homepage. This page, I'm going to go back there. Is this page. Right? Is that. That's it. That's all it is. And instead of having it as a list of episodes that I can just go through, I know it's the desktop version, but still, I want it to be either in carousels option, because if you have multiple seasons, it's easier. And yeah. No, this is not the page that you sent me. I mean, this is the page that you sent me on TV right now, which to me, again, the page that you sent me on TV right now is the exact same thing as if I posed on an episode, which right now I can't show you because, again, OBS. But if I'm getting into maybe that. Kinda, not exactly, but kinda. Somehow like this. To me, when you stay on the episode in posed, yeah, I know that is extremely old, but still, it kind of works. Um, this is kind of what you have, and then on top or underneath that, you have what you have added here. I mean, not have added, but what you have here, which to me is the exact same thing. That's why I'm like, I don't, I don't see this as this page. I see this as my player posed. When I pose something and I stay on pose for like 5 seconds, it then loads this information and things. Like that. When you stay in for a bit. I mean, on Prime Video you have more stuff, which is annoying, but yeah, basically that. Like you have access to more information about the TV shows and things, but I want that to be not on the player itself. Basically, what I'm saying is that this is the TV show information page, which contains most of the things already at your fingertips, and you can just click on things. And this is the in-player menu. You keep the exact same layout and things. I'm gonna remove the balls. And instead of having that, which is the backdrop, you have the currently playing screen. So if I played in someone sucking a dick, I have a sucking a dick in the background, you know. It does the exact same thing that I already did, showcase thing. That, like, if you go into episode, I mean, this is old from what we have done, but like, if you click on episodes or TV shows, series, things, it opens that on the side in a TV UI, and you have the season, and when you select one of the thing, it opens the episodes here inside of the player. It's also an option. It's the same thing for audio and thing. It's the full screen experience, which we don't really have. I don't think we do in that templates thingy thing. Why? That you get that view basically with season 1 other option, season 2 other option. Why do you want to prevent that? Is it again the indexing thing? Probably. I mean, Eh. Eh. Like, to me, that this is the, yeah, that's the thing. But you know, I know. I'm just looking at what other people are used to. Because again, you've been saying it's not a native app and it has different constraints. Yes, I get that. That doesn't change the fact that some people have habits, and on TV they have a very specific type of navigation and interfaces that they are expecting to see. So just checking what exists, how it works, and all of that. Like something like this to replace that page right there could work. I'm not asking why you want to reduce something. I'm asking, or I'm saying that this is more clicks than needed, and you could reduce the code by having access to things faster. That's all I'm saying. But again, I don't care ever, so we can 100% just do that, and then that, and take these as base, and instead of having that horizontal, we make that vertical, because it's basically what that is. And that's it. And so you arrive here and you get access to watch now with the latest episode thing that you have selected. And then you have your select seasons and episodes, audio and subtitle. And then these things that I don't think are going to be useful, specifically the rate this title. So you're just going to have the add to watch list. And yeah. If that's what you're talking about, and you want this because that's what you're used to, we do that. I don't care. The thing is, this is the same issue. Like, it doesn't change shit compared to what I had a second ago that gives you access to visual representation of the seasons and or episodes before you go in. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, no, I get that. It's gonna be the same thing. Like, the loading from here to here is gonna be faster than what I had a second ago. Fine. But then it's gonna be the same thing. If you want to go into your seasons and episodes, you're gonna click on that, and it's gonna need to load seasons and episodes the same way that I had the thing defined, which is either gonna be a side menu or a secondary page. Like, I don't really know how this will work on that thing, but again, to the extent of what we currently have, I do feel like this is probably gonna be the thing, at least for me. Sliding from the side, if that's an option, and loading the content with like the seasons if you have multiple seasons, and the episodes if you have multiple episodes, which you probably have, and having the exact same screen when you want to change your audio speaking and your audio subtitle or your subtitle track. So yeah, that's the idea. If you, I mean, I know I'm gonna go back on the thing that you said. Don't look at that, but I'm still gonna look at that. Um, that I know that from the recommendations that we have here. Here you go. Hi. What funny. There are some overlapping things are not really good type of situation. So I get that, but from the gym, appreciate that. Yeah, we don't really have that. See, ambient mode. um, I feel like I'm missing things on there. Anyways, that doesn't change anything. I feel like an overlay is not going to be a good thing to have, and it could work. Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to avoid. Because we said that having things slide in is kind of breaking, like the fuck, the index. But maybe I'm wrong now. I don't know. Maybe, probably. But yeah, that's what I had in mind. But I remember that we said no sliding in. So, eh. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, so if it's an overlay that just overlap, we good. Okay, then yeah. I mean, yeah, personally speaking, that's probably gonna be it. Like that type of sliding things. God damn it. Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to make sure that we have the screen in place. Let's say you clicked on that. God damn. That is shit behavior. That's the selected one. God. Kinda wanna do that. shit, I selected the other one. Interesting. I see. Roughly. If you want audio and subtitle, I think you should have this, where similar to this, you have your audio options, which I think are going to be less than your subtitle options. And then you have your subtitle options in a secondary draw thing. So something like this. As an option. Or what I had in the first place, which is like side by side, which makes more sense. Because that way you can navigate through things, like the Netflix way. But yeah. You mean these? No, I think you need to know where you are. Like otherwise it's basically just ensuring that you have clicked on the right thing. Not against it, but still. I feel like that's making more sense to me. As placement. Because if you end up with a TV show or a movie that has like a ton of audio and a ton of subtitle options, could happen, we never know. That way you don't push one or the other. Like, I don't know. This comes down to pointer events, random choice. The next focus. Not really. Like from here you will always go here or here, you can't go there. If these two are stacks. Based on the documentation we saw last time. You will end up with right, left. The only thing that will be kind of weird is this one. This can select this. Again, these are not accessible. They are visible but not accessible. They are out of view, out of the overlay itself. So the pointer cannot access these. There need to be like a button to go back. Something. But it's, I mean, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Do that. That way it's always the same thing, and there is a need for a go back, which is gonna be the back button on your remote. And that's about it. And then if you had that, not this one being selected, but you know. Shit. Man, the only thing that I don't know about this is how the fuck do you define seasons? Because, again, like, is it a columns by column thing? How we did in the first place? Because that makes sense. Because you go from one group to the other and you can only navigate. Again, you think as a dev, right there, this background is a PNG. Done. Your div background is a PNG and it's just happened to have an opacity. There's no blur happening, it's just like transparency is transparency. Yeah, loading a PNG is pretty easy. Nonetheless, it doesn't change shit in the fact that this is, I guess. My question is just how do you want to select like seasons? Because we can have the exact same thing with an intermediate screen, which I don't like, but having first click seasons and then it shows you the available seasons. If there is only one, it shows you the episodes. If there is only one, this button should just say episodes. If there is more than one, it should just say seasons and episodes. And then when you click on it, you select the season first, which is like 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever. And then when you click on then, it loads the episodes. And so the difference for the season is going to be that kind of layout. I don't know. You tell me. Because I don't want this and then the list of episodes underneath. That makes no sense. But yeah, that's what is that? Netflix has the season list on the left and all of the episodes on the right. Yes, that's what I said. When you scroll down on episodes and you hit the new season, it's trigger the active states of the new season. Yes. Yeah.
It's muscle time!
Can do that as well. I thought this was movement and that wasn't something that you wanted to have. But that's what I had in mind, yes. You said no moves, nothing, so I kind of rolled that out. You know. You know, I know there is no blur happening and opacity can be PNGs. There's no blur in this UI for now. Like, damn. No blur. The only thing that we have is the gradient there that can be, again, a PNG. And I didn't add blur on top of things on purpose because I know how it's broken. And adding blur on top of things that are static, it makes no sense. The benefits of blur having the transparency and seeing things move behind it. So I'm just designing the layouts. I'm not designing the design of things. You define what you want to do and which components you want to reuse because you want to reuse the desktop components. I have no say in anything else. I'm just using the blocks that we currently have to give you like a base layout that works, that has okay transitions and okay things. And if that's the case, then I'm good with that. I feel like if we go back to this and do that, shit. Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm unsure about, which is defining, showcasing the option to close. I know that there is the back button on the remote, you know, dang it. But, yeah. Yeah. Whatever. So if you do the same thing that you just explained a second ago, you have your seasons here. If you select one, it goes there, but by default you are in there. So technically on this side you will have dang. Right, season 1. Season 2, season 3, whatever. What did you say? If that's the case, technically this is wrong because that's the audio thing, but I'm gonna just reuse that as a season thing here. Shit. So this is going to be my audio option and subtitle option, if that's a thing. That makes sense to you with side by side, because I feel like side by side is going to be fine, but you tell me. I don't I don't mind. If that's not the case, this is going to be here. And then on your seasons, you're going to have the season that is selected and then the season episodes. And then when you reach season 2, you can still continue scrolling. You will have other things. So in order to render that and make that make sense, I'm just going to add that. So that you have the split. Season 1, 2 episodes, season 2, 4 episodes, whatever. Cool? You tell me about this one. That's the one that we don't have an answer for. Yes, for what? I see. That's crazy. That's crazy. It looks as if this side is smaller. um, hmm. Eh, eh. Anything else? You want the same thing for movies, or and you don't want the content underneath? Probably. Technically, movies are only audio and subtitle, and you don't have seasons. So that's just like one button is not visible. There, yeah. I have a question. Bigger things? These feels tiny. And I have a feeling that if we divided the thing by 2, could be interesting. Yeah. For albums. Albums. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be better on TV. And again, I feel like if your TV is wide as fuck, why not display more? You know. Right now we are really doing the 960 as a default size, which might not be the most best option. Do you want the fucking poster view as well? For like medias? I was going on yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I was going on the I would rather have landscape on TV than poster. But I'm just asking, just in case. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. I am dead. Sure. For fuck's sake. Well, I mean, ask questions that are interesting, Dapshi, and maybe I'm gonna stay. I don't know. I see. But please ask questions. Let's see if it's it wakes me up. God damn. Oh fuck. Is she going to make an animation of a video with sticker on top of it? How many changed? We'll do each time to not make it overwhelming. If you're going to make an animation of a video with stickers on top of it, how many change? We'll do each time. I don't get the question. As in, how many stickers do I add? Yeah, that's Stony. That's what I was saying earlier. That's the reason why I'm not doing the design of the TV. I'm just giving you the layouts, and then you use the components that we have, rather than doing more stuff. Krasim, hi, go on in. How have you been? I'm also seeing this, and I like this a lot. Like that a lot. How many animation stuff moves on the screen? Everything. It depends. I would. Could. God damn it. Come on, bitch. Move on. No, it makes no sense for me to do the work that you won't follow anyways, because you are gonna use the component that we already have. So, you know, that waste of time. For me, waste of time for you. Did I like it not so long ago? I know I did. I have. I have a stream overlay ready for kick. There is an entire pop animation thing that we've talked about and I shared on stream multiple times. I just can't find it right now, obviously, because I'm looking for it. But, you know. A lot of things can move at the same time in motion design, and it's not really an issue, specifically if it's stickers and you add stickers similar to what I like. I love these things, obviously, for the stream and thing that I'm doing when I have this and that, you know, that pops on screen. Like that makes sense to me, these types of stickers. So you can have plenty. But yeah, I don't really understand the limitation of your question. Since music and video are completely different, would it just not be better to make the user select the red or blue pill after they choose a server? It's the same. I mean, they kind of do. Stony. And Danita is kind of crazy when, if you think of it, basically, when you talked about it, you said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pitch decks and things. Helbert, hi, I got it. How are you? So yeah, I don't actually, I don't know. I don't know about your question specifically. God damn, that's cute. I need to get out of Behance. I'm pretty good. A bit tired, but pretty good. It's basically, that's basically it, since you have your home libraries, which is basically movies and music. So you choose the red or blue pill here. Which is the case, Stony, so that I don't, maybe it's just not visible enough as the here thing. Reduce it to a single button and have a full view choice. So you want the grandpa iPhone treatment? Like the you want that? I mean, we can do that. As a homepage that says select where you want to go. But that feels like kind of dumb to me because we have that. It's the base navigation. Animated backgrounds and overlay stickers. How can I design the slides to be visually appealing, easy to follow, and highlighting both background changes and stickers content? I think you're gonna go with. Weird. You could. You could go with one of these. I forgot which one it is. I'm gonna open everything. Come on. Things like this, as stickers, animation things that appears on screen, or things like this. But I feel like God dang, that's great. Not this one. Not this one either. Cool. Yep. God dang. I mean, yeah, I mean, I hate that, Stony. I feel like that's a useless click, specifically for what you will have after. Like, think about it for a second. You click on media, and you will arrive on this full view thing that contains the homepage and the libraries. And then you click on music, you arrive on this full view page that instead of having like a header, you will just have the selections, the artists, albums, things at the top. And then if you wanted to go back to like libraries directly because you listen to music and now you want to watch something before you go to bed, you need to go back into the back button from here, and then select like movies and go back into libraries. The main issue that I will have with a split at the beginning is the amount of misclick on the back button that will remove and bring you back to this page when you were just trying to go back into the beginning of the album and you did one too many clicks. I don't. Yeah. I use TikTok for that, Denny. But unwind is a big word. It's not really a thing. I have man, a long time ago. So yeah, I don't unwind. I just am. It's fine. The main issue that I have, which is one of the traits of ADHD as well, is when I go to bed, my brain can focus on things because there is less distractions. And so I have IDs when I go to bed. So last night, for example, I was about to go to sleep, and I had a new ID, so I had to check it out on Google, and then I had the answer, so I went back to going to sleep, and then I had another ID, so I checked it out with like Claude to check how to do like some shaders on Swift UI, and then I had my answer, and so I basically just checked things in my head to say, okay, so this is the thing that I need to do tomorrow morning, and that and that and that and that, and then at the end I basically forced it. But yeah, I don't unwind. And then in the morning I just woke up and I was like, yeah, I need to do this and this on this UI thing, and then move on, which is fine. It is fine. Um. Hmm. There is plenty of. God damn it! This is looking like shit. There is a ton of presentation portfolio slides examples actually on Behance specifically. I'm using Behance here as an example because they have like more in-depth projects. Like it's not going to be Dribble where you just have like one slide and that's it. You will have like a ton more content and presentation and examples that you can take inspiration from. And when you go into motion design, like shit. For me, looking at typography, motion design is giving me like more options in a way, because they usually are presented in slides. And also, going back to your first question, which is stickers, they use stickers when they do presentations, so that's why I'm going there. But going back here, sorry for the flashes on this one. That's not the greatest, I know. But in all of my likes on Behance, I know that there is plenty of things that uses stickers and that uses motion design. Basically, every time that I had like a new stream overlay that used stickers, they were coming from one of the Behance project that I found. So things like this that are motion design based transitions and stingers for streams, these contain stickers and typography and technically slides. So that could be a reference for you, I think. Again, that is really classic of me of trying to find something, knowing that I have the thing that I'm talking about somewhere, and I just can't find it because I forgot the name. But yeah. Oh no, there is no real rule for pitch decks, if that's what you are working on. And if you want, just pitch.com. Just go there. and explore template. They have a ton of templates that already have transition made, and that will also give you like a bit of inspiration and base for how the slides are supposed to be made or contain like the content that they need to have. So some of them will have different styles, and yeah, stickers, things, transitions, whatever. It's an option. Pitch.com, really good base. I think that's crazy. I feel like this is wrong when it comes to the text. It pisses me off. I know it had the word pop in it, and I can't find it. Also, I know that I shared it on Inspiration somewhere, sometime, and it's been a long time now. So we have so much content in there. Good job. 84, god damn. That's crazy. They go back in that feed, Debshi. Just go back on Discord, look at the inspiration thing. You will find like stickers and shit all over the place. All over the place. God damn. Fuck's sake. This one was crazy. The transition and the animation that they had for that. There is a ton of Korean and Chinese animations that are really good and kind of fun. And you can see how much stuff is happening on the slide. I know it's not the slide, but still. God damn it. It's this. It's shit. Will not recommend. Will not recommend this. It's really bad. Because you have themes, Denny. Themes exist. At least you should have themes. And I have a theme installed, I think. This is the one that Cat bought, and then I bought them as well. And it's shit. It hurts. It hurts my ears. The sound is not that good. there is a static in the background, and I don't like it. But it's better when you have no batteries. Like when these are dead, I can now plug cable and just have sound go through. These were like $26, so not, yeah. I have never paid for Nitro. That's the thing. Someone gifted Nitro to me, and then I used it. Click on that button. Link. Big ass link. Yeah, I mean, it's similar. It's the same type of shit. But it's $62 on AliExpress. That's crazy, though. Buy the cheaper one. You know. Oh yeah, also, just thinking about it now. Haven't talked about that. I am tempted. I am tempted. Highly tempted. Because these, so far from reviews, have been really good, and what you see is pretty fine. As in, I could see chat directly on my glasses. So that's pretty impressive. And this section here that has like the live translation is really cool. If I'm on another country or something like that. I don't know. I wanna test it out. I just don't like I don't like that. I don't like that. But I'm tempted. The main reason why I am absolutely tempted is they are the first that have such a natural, normal glasses look. And the only thing that is weird is the end of the branches that have like the speakers and the battery and all that. But god damn, like it really looks like a regular pair of glasses, and that's pretty cool. But $800 is kind of crazy. And that is pretty good as well. Have a good shower. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. See you on Friday. Yeah. And now you see how and why we have the 18 plus screen. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, that's the
Everyone's in horny jail.
exactly. I mean, I heard it. I don't know if you heard it, heard it. That song is crazy. Yeah, dang. Um, no. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I think we're gonna do that. Because it's been a while. And I'm sending you to someone who games. That is currently playing Lockdown Protocol, which is basically not Among Us. You know, all that. Also, I have a thing to redeem there, so that's gonna happen. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate that. If you enjoyed the stream, please click the follow button. You know that. Streaming VOD is going to be on YouTube. As always, it's going to stay there forever. In the thing sections, the Discord is available if you have questions and I'm not live, which means that I'm not live tomorrow, but I will be live on Friday. And yeah, you can stalk me online if you want to. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. No, very high pay. And good job on landing, Jordan. You did good. 82 is pretty good. 82 is pretty crazy. Pretty good. I mean, no, I press the button. I'm not getting out. But at least we can
It's muscle
see
time!
you right there. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We're gonna do the muscle up later. After. Because we have 20 seconds and that makes no sense. Always take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Eat something, drink something. Be kind to each other. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye.